Hey, good morning, y'all. So, Braxton family. The Braxtons wasn't nothing but the same old. This probably gonna be 10, 15 minutes at the most. So, it starts with it's the Braxtons, the season 2, episode 5, The Queen and I. So, Tawanda is disappointed with the ladies of honor. Okay. And she was late, and Trina was late, and the ladies of honor were late too. And Tawanda witnessed and noticed how Trina didn't look the same or what have you. So I'm like, so why you just want to keep going on and on and on and on and on? Just, she said she noticed the sadness in Trina's eyes. And then Trina has D too, and she says she already does not have any underwear on. And that little ugly dress, that goes with the Bridgerton thing, right? The Bridgerton thing, well, gotta stay with the thing. And then Trina said, how nasty. She said she don't have any underwear on under that dress. And she said back in the day, under the Bridgerton tone attire, the women didn't wear underwear. I said, oh, well, okay. And then she said that she got to use it. And she said that in honor of Tawanda, so that she won't cause any more stress and havoc and all that, she'll just use it on the grass. I'm like, okay, girl. But you're not going to be able to wipe. And then she said that she ain't going to be able to wipe. And then Tawanda said, okay, just let it air dry. I said, ooh, wait. And then the other ladies of honor, they eventually show up. And when they show up, then they go ahead and they play a game. And the game that they're playing is, the toilet tissue bridal, wedding gown, whatever. Yeah, that. And so it was a good idea for the toilet tissue, and the other ladies of honor, they eventually show up. So we get out for that, and then we get to Trina, and she is talking with Marcus, her realtor, involving realty. And she trying to do real estate. And then she said that she got a call from Faison Love, and she said good commission it's gonna be. Okay. And then since Tony wasn't able to make Tawanda's bridal shower, then she is flying them out. Both her and so Trina and Tawanda, Tony is flying both of them out to come to the Miami show. Okay, all good. Tony did the thing. She looked very, very pretty. She really did. I wouldn't do that, but okay. And she did it. I mean, liar and all. Tony did the damn thing. She did it. She is a good performer from what I have seen. In my personal view, she's a great performer. And live, she's a great performer. I mean, she's just good. She is the Toni Braxton. Whether she a liar or not, because, she do be kind of stretching the truth, whether she want to admit it or not, okay? So, when Toni, Toni is mooring, Angie Stone on the stage, and then she asked Trina if she'll come out and help her sing. And Trina comes out, and she said, of course I'll always help any of my sisters sing. I'm like, Okay, so she helped her. And then Tawanda and Trina, they are both walking to get on the boat, and then they witness the gusty winds of it all. And dresses flying up and all that stuff. And I'm like, yeah, that is the wind for you. And when they finally get on the boat and they're drinking and eating all the goodies, and Toni looks pretty as well. And like they say, Toni is pretty and it's late. And then she getting on the boat, and then Toni is using dingle on the boat, you know, to brush out her hair. Probably what I need to do. I still ain't brushed out my hair, y'all, but it's my hair. I ain't brushed it out yet. I'm about to do 2 braids to the back. So she looked pretty. And, you know, she combed her hair out and all that. And then Jason Lee said he's the boat driver. He driving the boat, the conductor, whatever. The captain, excuse me, says that it is too, you know, windy to go out on the water. And Tony said that she would have been, she said, okay, I really, really want to go out, you know, to Wanda. I really want to go out. My girl, shut up. And then Tony said she would have been on time today, but she took a nap and she was fatigued due to her lupus and also the concert, which I understand because I have multiple sclerosis. It works all in the same. I have an aunt that has lupus. You do be tired. You do be drained. I get it and I understand that's a neuro disease. It definitely is. I got you, Tony. That's not a lie. And then we get into Tamar. And Tamar is meeting with Phil Thornton to have lunch at an Italian restaurant. And it's called Fresco's. It seems like a Mexican restaurant. And the reason why I said that because Tamar came and she said that she want to order a martini. And then she trying to order Mexican alcohol, you know, everything she ordered at the Mexican restaurants and all this stuff. And she said, oh, I thought it was a Mexican restaurant. She's very, very extra, but she's okay. I like Tamar. That's my girl, hands down. And then she says that she tried not to drink, you know, a month before, you know, she has to go on tour. And Phil gets into it. And Phil says this is her family. And she says that she brought up the deceased and the deceased. And Tamar says that she says that, you know, she brought up the deceased and deceased, of course. And Tamar says that she saw red and she blacked out. And she says that she did grab the wig. And she said she pulled the wig back. And then Tamar said that's when Trina got her lick. And I said, now Tamar, that's why I said, Tamar, I'm gonna go ahead and defend you as much as I can, girl. But you lying. That's not how it happened. That's not how it happened, Tamar. It's okay though, because that's not how it happened, all right? Woo. Okay, and then I said, now Tamar, some truth. Well, some of it is true, but not all. Now, I mean, and then he tells Tamar to make an attempt, you know, to talk to them. And then she cries and says that she always comes back to help. And she does, because she always do come back and help. Hey, Tawanda, all that stuff that she did for you from the car, from the 50K, and then for you to put her on your tax lien, on your bankruptcy as a lender. I'm like, girl, that's what pissed me off. That is what pisses me off. And then Phil says that it is trauma and pain. And then we get to, and I think this conversation I just gave you, because they was just mixing Tamar on this end in Atlanta, and then Trina, Tony, and Tawanda, they meet at Mr. Child's, and then Tony is not late, and Tony asks Tamar, is Tamar coming to Tawanda's wedding? And Tawanda said no, and Tawanda and Trina and Tony are saying how they were embarrassed about how Tamar acted. I said, don't start that shit, y'all. Don't start that shit. Because I was embarrassed about how y'all was treating her from what I saw. Yes, she was rah. But my whole thing is, I don't want to hear Tawanda. She said, Tawanda said, but she threw water at me. Tony, but she threw water at me. I'm like, but Tawanda, you supposed to be older than Tony. Or are you supposed to be? Just too much. And then talking about, oh, she threw water at me. And then Tawanda said that she is not trying to be around Tamar. Like, she's just so dangerous. And then Tawanda says that her happiness, she is not putting her happiness aside for anyone anymore. And then they bring up the lawyer and the cease and desist. And then I'm like, God damn, y'all. And Trina says that we were all there that night, and Tamar says that Trina hit her first. And so, well, maybe she did, maybe she didn't. And Tony looks bewildered, like, I don't remember saying that. I don't remember saying that. I'm like, girl, shut up. Okay? Trina and Tony. And Tony says, do you think that we should have a conversation with Tamar? And Tawanda said that she is not interested in having a conversation with Tamar. And then it was to be continued. After Phil told Tamar that, you know, it's trauma and it's pain. And he understands. He said, as much as you may not want to hear it, it's trauma and it's pain, and he understands. But I said, but Phil, let me tell you something, Phil. Don't piss me off. Because you can. You can piss me off. I'm like, shut the hell up. Because, I mean, it's just a thing of, I understand pain. I understand deep family issues. Going through it myself. And it's always that side. Always that side, you know, that just sweep stuff under the rug and all that. So I can empathize and sympathize with Tamar because I got her and I understand, because all families do that. However, that don't mean make it right, but they do that. All families do that. But y'all, I squeezed it out, and it is 10 plus minutes, I do believe. So this is the Braxton season 2, episode 5, The Queen and I. Told y'all it was gonna be quick, and I'm gonna squeeze about 10 minutes plus out of here. But like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna go ahead and see what I can do to get this uploaded, okay? It should be uploaded before it get dark outside. Okay? Bye, YouTube family. Like, comment, and subscribe. Bye. Going to drink my coffee.